You know you're starting a YouTube channel when you got a script. Welcome to my channel. My name is Delfusa. I am creating this channel for multiple reasons. One, before I give an introductory of myself, I do want to let you guys know of what the purpose of the channel is before... Okay, I'm speaking way too fast. Hello everyone, my name is Delfusa. I'm creating this channel for multitudes of reasons. One of the primary ones is to showcase my process to entrepreneurship. And what does that mean? Well, what I'm trying to say is that a lot of people right now who have been or are already successful, they showcase their highlights, but they haven't documented their process. So there's still that bit of distance, as if, you feel like you can't get there, right? So that never made sense to me, because I always see those people as normal people, you know what I mean? So I wanted to take this journey so I could document my process to entrepreneurship and see how far I get. I personally know that I'm going to be successful no matter what. It's either I'm going to be successful or I'm going to die. There's no in between. I know it's going to happen, so why not just document it until or when it does, right? And again, success is defined very differently for everyone. Let me give you a bit of an introduction of who I am and why you should care about me. I am from Uzbekistan, and I came to the States about 11 years ago. Uzbekistan is very, very different, and many of you probably don't know where it is. Here you go. And culturally, you could think of it as a Eastern European and Middle Eastern Asian mix, right? So like a bit of Russian, bit of Muslim, bit of like Asian, if you will. And all of that combined is Uzbekistan. Okay, so people are very much community oriented. Unlike United States, everyone there really cares about community, really cares about family. They all depend on each other. And some of those values have come across to me, but having lived in America for 11 years, it has truly been an honor, because people can only imagine living like this. And even though I can't say that I'm in the best of circumstances in my life, I am so glad that I even get the opportunity to live here. And I never take that for granted. And I never take anything that I see or experience for granted, because those experiences I could have never had it not been for my dad, who won a lottery or a visa to come here and bring all of us with him. I really take this seriously, and I want to make something of it, right? Because I want to change the entire course of my generation. If I stay the way I am, then generations to come may stay the way they are. Even though I may be broke, I'm not poor. I already know who I want to be, right? So I want that to come across, and I want to make sure that I'm bringing all of who I am in my head into the physical world and I'm living it, right? So I need to make sure that I'm doing my part so my family can enjoy the lifestyle that I imagine us living, and future generations can also pursue that route and also can pursue things that they want, not necessarily be pressured by society, by the school system, to have to depend on that to be their source of income and pleasure and whatever else they want from the world, right? Because I mean, let's think about it. Once you graduate, once you get a job, and then what? What then? Are you happy? Let's just think about it. What is gonna be left after that? Family, love, your health. Those things are gonna be with you forever, right? Job, you can change a job. School, you can learn whatever you want. After seeing everything, I had to really see what are my priorities and work based off of that. And my priorities is my relationships, is my family, is my health, and is my mental and spiritual being. I need to make sure that I am being taken care of. And financial priorities are a huge, because that's what we give it value. But what if it was not money, right? What if it was shoes? I would be working towards getting shoes because everyone is giving value to a piece of paper. So unless you're yielding it, you can't do very much. You shouldn't let money dictate your life. But because of how our world is set up, because of how America is set up, and because of how other countries are setting their system up, their government up, we're able to do what we want and have money trail behind us, right? So this is why we should not be focusing on money. We should be focusing on what we want to be and what we want to do in the world, and money will be an outcome of it. So I'm not worried about money. I know that is just a matter of time because I'm not doing my part that I need to be doing. So when I'm doing that sufficiently, it's going to be there. I'm not worried. And plus, YouTube is my hobby. This is not my job. My job is becoming an entrepreneur and a successful entrepreneur, and I want to talk to you guys about that, right? But YouTube is just going to be a piece of it. If you guys want to support me through YouTube, thank you. You know, this is for me to engage with you guys. This is a way for me to interact and make sure that I'm staying connected to the world, right? Because this is a way for me to get myself out there and for people to discover me and for me to discover people, right? So this is where I want to get to know you guys and hopefully have you join me in my process, right? Because this is where I'll be sharing all of my nitty-gritty pieces of what I'm doing, my ups and my downs, my whole process, right? The people that I'm meeting, the tasks that I'm doing, the events that I'm going to, the challenges I'm creating for myself, right? The challenges I need to overcome, the projects that I'm doing, updates, right? The ways I'm tracking my results. If I start a business, I'll have you in on it, right? You guys will know when I'm starting my business, why I'm starting my business. All of these things I want to be talking to you guys about and showing you guys the process that I'm taking. Everyone's successful. You still feel that bit of distance, don't you? I mean, it always feels like that's something that we can't obtain for whatever reason. And again, I understand that not many people are able to live in a country like United States, right, where you have a system in place to support individuality, right, to support growth in business, right? Really, it depends on what do you want, because I'm sure there's a way for you to come into this type of society. If I'm being ignorant about that, I do apologize. But I hope whatever you take out of this channel is something that you can implement wherever you are. And I'll do my best to help you guys out, especially with HCC. HCC has been a huge piece of my life. And if you guys don't know what HCC is high ticket closing. And it is a global movement that was created by my mentor, Dan Locke. I'm going to have a series specifically for high ticket closing and how it's changing lives for people all over the world. And I think we have over 160 countries who are taking part in our movement. So if you guys want to go in this direction of entrepreneurship, of freedom, and living life in your own terms, I would highly encourage you guys to watch out for those series and see how transformational it has been for other people, including myself, my family members in the community who have been doing, who have been changing their life day by day, right? So I'm definitely going to have a series on that, so keep an eye out. Did I miss anything? Primarily, I want you guys to join me because I can definitely do this, right, this alone, but it's always better when you're doing it with multiple people, right? Two heads is better than one, right? I've forced myself to be in groups, in teams and things like that. Even though you can go far by yourself, you can go much, much, much farther with other people. Some of you guys are like, oh my gosh, teams, oh my gosh, there's gonna be one person who does everything and no one else. That does happen. But when you are in a successful group, or when you're creating a group that is with mature people who have the same mindset and who want the same thing as you, you're going to be surrounded with people who are putting their end of the work, right? Who are contributing whatever they can, who are helping you manage, right? Whatever that may be. Okay, so this is not high school. This is not middle school. But even if you are in that situation and there's no way out of it, what is the bigger purpose of what you're doing? Focus on that, not people who are not pulling their end, right? Again, that's not always the case, right? Especially when you're in the entrepreneur world, you'll be able to decide who you work with, right? Masterminds and things like that. These are people who are coming together, like-minded people who are coming together and working together, right? What I want you guys to know is that I'm creating this channel because I want you guys to have a channel or see someone or people in general who are being 100% real. So as you guys seen in my first video, that video was actually for me. As you could see, I was being very vulnerable. I want to put myself in those positions, even though I'm not comfortable doing it. I wasn't comfortable even putting that video out, but that's part of the process. I have to do things that I'm not comfortable doing. And for me, being vulnerable is not that. Even though I can definitely be vulnerable, and I am vulnerable sometimes, I don't like showcasing that to people. I don't like people seeing me vulnerable, right? That is a prime example of me putting myself out there, right? And I know it resonated with some of you guys. I've had very, very, very wonderful responses from people. I've had some people who actually cried at the video, and that means everything to me, because that is exactly why I'm making my channel, because I know it's going to resonate with you guys. You know, I'm 100% honest with myself. I know exactly when I'm bullshitting myself. I know exactly when I'm doing what I need to be doing. I know myself very, very well. As a result, I don't want to be anyone else. I don't want to lie. I don't want to put up a front. I want to be 100% real. So you guys are going to see my ups and my downs, and I know you guys are going to resonate with it, because that's how everyone is. Life is hard. It's not easy. And everyone makes it look like it is, but it's not. Life is very difficult. So why not, you know, go through the process together? Why is it that we're all doing this alone? You know, why is it that everyone feels the same way, but separately? Why can't we just come together? Especially with the internet. I mean, this is so freaking convenient. I mean, this is the way we're going to stay connected to each other across the world. I mean, people will be traveling to meet someone, just to meet them. That was not possible hundreds of years ago. What a privilege to be able to be born in a world where we have brilliant minds creating brilliant technology like this that's allowing me to communicate with you. I'm talking to a camera, like, but I know you're watching this, and I'm talking to a camera so passionately. That's a little weird to me also. But the point is, I want this channel to be 100% real. I want us to express exactly what life is all about. And as a result of that, I'm going to talk about everything that encompasses living life, including, you know, as an entrepreneur, but you know, living life, right? What does that mean? So this is a list of some of the things I want to do. You're obviously going to get content about entrepreneurship. This could be books that I'm reading. This could be people that I'm watching, certain principles or values that are making a difference in my life. Things that I've actually implemented that are showing a difference, right? And I'm going to be talking about those things. I'm going to be talking about HCC by my mentor, right? That first stepping stone to this process, right? And I'm also been talking about some of my work. Some confidential information I may not share, because if I'm working with a company, that may be part of the contract. I may not be able to speak with you guys, right? But that's okay. I'll try to include as much as I can. I'm definitely going to talk about my mentor. Dan Lok has been changing my life the day I read his book. And if you haven't read FU Money, well, you're missing out. This is probably why you're very sad right now. So don't be sad. Go read that book and change your life, okay? What I'm going to try to do is do lessons of the week, lessons of the month, or lessons of the year as well. It could be either or all three, depending on how I'm making my videos. I'm still kind of in the learning phase. So we're going to be learning together, right? Even how I'm growing my channel, I'm also going to share that here as well, okay? So we're going to do challenges of the week, a month and year, projects of the week, month and year, workouts of the week, month and year. I'm gonna put, so because this channel is primarily about finances, entrepreneurship, and business related, all of the other things I'm not gonna include as much detail on. I will primarily focus on those things on different channels. So if you guys are here specifically for business, then that's all this channel is gonna be about. But if you guys wanna know about the other aspects like health, fitness, relationships, and things like that, I'm putting those on different channels. What we're gonna do also is do monthly wrap-up updates, right? So how did that month go? How much progress have I made? Am I satisfied with my progress? Should I be making more progress? What do I need to change? How much did I learn? We're going to talk about all those things: storage, places that I'm keeping content, bookkeeping, if you will. So I think for now, that's all I want to talk about. My website is designed to be tracked because success leaves clues. You hear that a lot. Success leaves clues. So it's not impossible, meaning as long as I'm tracking what I'm doing and I'm doing what has been working, I should be on my way. I should be very close, right? Every day I should be closer than the day before. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to be tracking everything as much as possible, and I'm going to be talking about any apps and things like that I'm using, and be very transparent about it. I am an Android user, so my iPhone people, I'm so sorry. You guys are going to have to find something that's going to be similar to some of the apps that I use on my phone, okay? And all I ask of you guys is for you to just support me. You know, just do it with me. You know, I will feel very comfortable if you guys do it with me, because, you know, the reason I'm putting myself out there, the primary reason I'm putting myself out there is because I'm declaring it to the world that I will be successful. That's it. There's no way out. I'm going to be successful. And by declaring it to you guys are holding me accountable to that. By you engaging with me and by you taking this journey with me, it's going to help me keep me accountable, because I don't want to let you guys down. People pleaser, you know what I mean? Oh my gosh. No, but really keep me accountable for everything that I said I will do. We'll definitely find ways to communicate and engage throughout my YouTube process. I just have to see how this channel goes, how many people are engaging, and how I want to engage with you guys, right? So definitely leave comments below, because I won't know what your thoughts are, what you feel about this channel, everything that I talked about, you know, with you guys so far, if you don't comment. So please leave a comment and like this video, so I know you guys are enjoying everything that I'm putting out to you guys, okay? Thank you for joining my Dell Talks, and I'll see you at the top. All right, bye.